out of the past year, I'll rate my happiness maybe 6 out of 10.
Maybe 3. 3 out of 10.
Oh my god, I think I'm 8 out of 10.
Wow.
I would give it 7 out of 10 for happiness in the past year.
The past year, I would rate my happiness. I would say 5.
On the past year, I would say pretty high, probably 8 or 9. So yeah, I think I've been pretty happy this year.
Yeah, I think overall I'm a happy person, and in the last year, I think on a scale of 0 to 10, I rate it as 7.
In the last year, I have moved to the beach. Living near an outdoor space, access to nature has improved my happiness in the last year.
I'm a little bit disappointed because of those travel policies and like we have to scan QR codes to go everywhere.
I would be a lot happier if the borders opened up in Hong Kong. Because being stuck here for 3 years in a row and not be able to see your family, it takes a big toll on you. For my happiness, I think it's a combination of different things, from personal situation to job availability in Hong Kong to lifestyle, I think, and the freedoms we have to move in and out. In the recent years, there is not so many jobs available in Hong Kong. There is less and less, I feel, so it's a lot harder to find new opportunities. I work in retail, so retail has been impacted a lot by COVID.
Maybe not enjoy life as much as, or go to travel more even though it's under quarantine. Maybe that is what I will regret on doing.
Yeah, same as you, go traveling.
I work in the healthcare sector. Yeah, it could be really overwhelming.
Hong Kong is a packed city and more people want a more relaxing lifestyle. So I think, yeah, it's not currently.
I think it's all about how you see things, how you adjust your mindset. I think rather than blaming the external world, like a lot of times your mind is creating the reality that you perceive. So it's probably more important to work on your mind and your well-being. You know, to bring about your own sense of happiness rather than relying on external forces. Yeah, and I would say that I admit that I am my own enemy in that sense. You know, like, so I think the mind plays games with you quite often, right? So happiness can be achieved in an instant if you just switch the way you feel or the way you think about a certain situation. I think especially in Hong Kong, I think living situation is a big effect, especially with small apartments with very little light going in. So I think the way you live, if you're able to afford a bigger house, bigger home, that can definitely improve your happiness. But I did actually move in Hong Kong. I moved 3 years ago to further outside of the city and have more space, and I've definitely gotten more happier since then. So from Stanley in an apartment building to Sheko, which is very rural, and you can actually live in a house.
I'm pretty happy living in Hong Kong since there's so much to do and there's people to meet. Like for example, in Kennedy Town, there used to be a 50-year-old restaurant that has so much potential, but then it got packed up or 搬走咗啦. So I can't rent a sign of that, but still it gives me very good memories.
If I have to upgrade my living environment, would it make me happy? Yes, definitely. I think that's one thing that I'm working on, which is whether you live within your means or a little bit above your means, just to bring a bit more happiness and a life well lived, right? For example, in Hong Kong, apartments are expensive, and the apartment that I have now is humble and it's adequate for what we need, but obviously a bigger apartment, a nicer view, a taller building, better, like things like that would make life a lot happier.
Having material life makes you happier. I think it's part of it, but I wouldn't say all of it. For example, just now when I mentioned freedom is sort of a way for you to, I don't know, just the freedom. Yeah.
I think so, because especially last year we don't have chance to really go out, and then I spend more on luxury stuff, like more expensive in restaurant or more expensive meal, and this kind of like eating experience or dining happy luxury dining experience is kind of my happiness, source of happiness. So I think really they're like materialistic or more financial life is really the one source of happiness.
Anything you want to change, make you happier in the next year?
Yeah, I mean the restrictions, all of this mass 0+3 restrictions and all that. I mean, it's about time that we think a little bit more logically and come to the end of the COVID era, right? I mean, it's done, right? So I think that's my wish and prayer.
I think I was focused more on my personal growth, like in terms of career, because there are a lot of bad things happening every day, and it's very important that we talk to friends, and then we learn how to relax and just focus on our personal development. I think that would be the most important thing to make us happy.
I think for the policy, like you can go travel more, and then if everything is just everything just resume normal, it would be better.
If there is one thing that I would do to improve my happiness compared to the last year, would be to cut down my screen time, less time looking at social media. To improve my happiness in the future, I would say that I need to focus on work-life balance, not necessarily change anything big in my life, whether it's personal or materialistic or relationships. It's more just about having the right balance.
We didn't attend a lot of activities in few years back because of those policies, and I wish I can make more friends.
What brings me happiness in Hong Kong would be the fact that we have a lot of amazing restaurants and bars to go to, and then we also have amazing nature to kind of relax and take in some fresh air.
I went to school in Hong Kong, and all of my classmates, they are Hong Kong local people, and they're very nice, and we on holidays, like Saturdays and weekends, we go out, we hang out together, and it is very convenient for us to hang out in Hong Kong because there's a lot of big malls and shops, and it's very convenient.
Very good place, and it's very friendly with the people, and a lot of happenings are all around us, like hiking, parties, everything. I mean, it's east meets the west, right? So it's good. Yeah.